just us on the video. But anyway, today's the 16th of August.
Everything.
Okay, it should. All right, we'll work it out. But you know, I had some friends today with a meeting, and they're like talking about making content, this and that. And I started watching this iMovie on how to do it from a phone, and it's a little bit hard for me. But I'm going to post the whole video, what we did last night, onto YouTube. We might be able to cut and dice and slice it there. But if anyone's familiar with putting up the content, you know, let me know. Yeah, another crazy day in the world of cyber. We had some pretty sweet documents coming out, especially from Bleeping Computer again. They seem to be leading the pack, but let me just hit on some of the highlights, and then we'll move on to a major task that I really want to look at today. So Counter-Strike Go, you know, can you believe it that, you know, hackers out there and they've stolen $6 million worth of skins? Who would have thought it would have got to that amount of cash? It's quite incredible. You know, I guess it doesn't go far. My daughter, for her birthday recently, I spent, well, I gave her some money for Roblox, and I've never done that before, but it was a voucher. It was pretty cool. It was $50. And I think that lasted a day by the time she bought some skins and some kit for Roblox. I was like, where'd the money go? She's like, well, I did this with this feature. And I was like, oh man, that's absolutely crazy. You know, the next one from you know, I think Bleeping Computer was, you know, a hacker attacks a UK water supply but hits up the wrong company for the ransom. You know, so it's pretty crazy. I don't know the developments on that, but it would have been interesting for them to say no, get lost, and then they jump all their private information online. So keep an eye out for that. Next one on the list, we had what? DigitalOcean dumps Mailchimp after the security breach. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but you know, the last couple of weeks, you know, we spoke about Mailchimp being breached, and you know, this is one of these effects from it. And I was talking earlier, but when some type of, you know, your managed service provider gets breached or hacked, and they really don't do a really good reporting or a public announcement, they seem to lose their customers, and we might see this in DigitalOcean. But posted a couple of comments out there where, you know, is it really worth dumping someone, or should you give them the benefit of the doubt, knowing that breaches occurring every day? So, you know, keep that in mind, and there's probably more information to come on that. A couple of articles in the late afternoon. So Unified Threat Management, the all-in-one cybersecurity solution. You know, another great article. Now, when people ask me, how do you implement a great security system, implementation, you know, it just can't be the one element. There's multiple, right? The bad guy only needs to find the one entrance, and you can get hosed pretty badly. So, you know, having an all-in-one solution, you know, might sound great on the surface, but if you dig a little bit deeper, you know, it might not be the best one for you. All right, what's this next one? A report from Flashpoint. So remember Glenn Lemons from Flashpoint? He spoke to us on as a guest speaker. That was pretty cool. So this is coming out at their company here. So they're saying large-scale data breaches are in decline, but hacking remains a threat. You know, those guys are at the pointy end of the stick, so be a really good, you know, article to read. Did anyone have any comments on the articles today? If not, we got a pretty big day in front of us. Adrian, I see your hand up.
You know, I just wanted to comment on the 6 million worth of skins. It's really, really crazy. It's the whole gaming industry, right? It changed in a matter of years, right? Fortnite. I know my little brother has Fortnite. He spends a lot of money in there, so I can't imagine what the future, how big
The industry is. Yeah. And Microsoft buying a gaming company for 96, Neopets, a virtual pet company with 90 million users as well. So as you see, everything's getting digitalized. All right, let's move it along. I might just quickly share my screen, and have a look at the video content quickly and go from there. So this is the Cyber News Live YouTube site. So we should just be able to create a video, upload it, and maybe in the future we'll just set a go live and see what that looks like. But the good thing about YouTube, you can put the intro and exit videos on it as well. So where we are in desktop, in my CNL folder, I do have something with videos, and this should be our full video. So I'll let that run. I spoke today, there's a potential to get a grant out of Australia. Obviously, it needs to hit some key targets in Australia, but I'm looking for a volunteer to help me write the proposal. So put some thought on that. Also, straight after this call, we've got our meeting with the CSIRO for the Innovate to Grow. It's a different meeting link. So right on the dot at 7:30, I'll be shutting this down and reopening another one. If you do not have that link, let me know and I'll be putting it in the chat. So it is a different link. So only, I think, a couple of you joined. Keep an eye out for that. Now, great articles. We're posting on multiple sites, including Truth Social, Getter, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So slowly growing our pages, which is great. Lots and lots of news articles coming in. What I might do now, I really want to spend some time on the Innovation to Grow challenge if there's no questions. So
Sounds great.
On the Innovate to Grow, that's our meeting next, and we need to put our challenge statement together and our plan. So I want to have something a little bit more for when my mentor is on. And as you can see on the screen, we've got a little bit of work to do. They shared a template with us, and it just talks about the various things. And I hope everyone spent some time to, look at that. But I want to try and define the challenge that we're going to do, some success criteria, comparable example of innovation. Look, this is going to be really cool because, Hollywood, CGI in movies, and I'm just going to write down the next one is like in the, if I could spell, that'd be even better, but the adult industry, like we know they're leading the way when it comes to, deep fakes and that type of stuff. So, but, let's start from the top, work our way down, name, address, author details, and our growth challenge. Can everyone see the screen okay? What about now? That might be a bit easier.
Yep.
And just taking lead of the template that they provided. So, we are a cyber news production company. Our goal is to create a community and bring public awareness to the cyber industry. Our vision is to be the largest cyber news production company in the world by delivering relevant information that is easy to consume, digest, and if necessary, take action upon. It is our mission to fill the cyber news gap by bringing relevant cyber news to everyone's news feed, but it must be presented and tailored to your demographic where anyone of all ages can consume, digest, and take action upon, whilst understanding what cyber news is relevant to them. So where we currently stand is we're posting other people's content online to create a community. If we can help that one person online, it's a win. But our hypothesis that I'm working towards is to use artificial intelligence, and I'll write this on the fly, but guys, throw things at me as you will. artificial intelligence, machine learning, CGI. Does everyone know what CGI stands for? Computer graphic.
Computer generated. I looked it up. Computer generated imagery. Bam.
What else was deep fakes and avatars. So even before we start using the artificial intelligence, so we really want to collect the open source intelligence. So our OSINT. It's definitely hard to type, read, and spin, but it's.
So it's kind of like the Shodan and Maltego tools.
Yeah, so we want to be grabbing all the content that's being created is to I don't know how much I'll share of this online, but it's sort of like the secret sauce. But our office is to collect open source, maybe not intelligence, is it, but content. And use that content to create videos, video content. Using artificial intelligence, machine learning, computer CGI, deepfakes, with any other buzzwords you really want to put in there. It's like hitting them all, isn't it? And when we present it, we really want to tailor it to our end users. So
Is this some kind of like a short outline for us?
yeah, so this is going to be our challenge. So then oh, I like that, Adrian. So that's just on Slack, is it? Yeah, so if you do have comments, please throw them on that.
Yeah, it's for the criteria. I
Oh.
use the template to guide me in how to format it.
Yeah. So ideally, we want everyone to be safe online. We want people to understand what's going on around them. We're posting. One person B.
And are you just gonna upload the YouTube video as it is, or are you gonna add the intro and ending?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna, if it allows me, I'll add the intro and outro to it. And what I'd like to do is also add the CGI, which is in a different format. I don't know if you can overlay it within YouTube or not, but it'd be pretty cool to get some different angles.
Yeah. Yeah. What operating system are you using right now? Windows? Mac?
Yeah, Win 10. So it helps us
Okay.
to collect open source content and use that content to create videos using artificial intelligence. It's probably more machine learning first, isn't it? Machine learning. And computer generated imagery to present artificial intelligence, deep fakes and avatars. So we want them to be designed to your demographic, something that you have interest in. If you like a sport or a team or a movie star, then you're going to get your content delivered by that person. So for an example, Johnny Depp, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or even the example that I put is my daughter was 8. If she liked dinosaurs, she could see that information presented by a dinosaur. My mum was 78 and she was into knitting, so she could see the content delivered by a little old lady knitting together. I think this is a pretty good designed. Tailored to your demographic. So an efficient way to pull data. So at the moment, we get all the data from what RSS feeds, emails, etc. But would you want to use a supercomputer and what's another term for a supercomputer? Q. Quantum 1. Can someone tell me how to spell quantum?
QUAN.
Quantum, quanten?
TAM. I think it should be TAM. Quantum computing.
Quantum.
It's with a U. With a U.
U.
There we go. Quantum. Because the power of supercomputers, quantum computing now is just incredible. So if we are getting all that resources going on out there, you know, we could be pulling in all of this data, putting it through this supercomputer, the quantum going on, and we're pushing out via various pipes. So I don't know if it's a machine learning problem. Is it a artificial intelligence problem? You know, is it a CGI problem? And, you know, so we want to then develop our research question related to the technical problem. So it's probably a problem that people don't even realize that they have, right? Because cyber touches everything, but a lot of people don't really understand, you know, those zeros and ones and how they have an effect on your life. Leave that for now. We'll scroll down to the success criteria. Adrian, you said you sent some stuff over. Oh, Bizzle?
For what again?
No, Adrian sent some information in.
Yeah, it's just in the general, that way it's easier to write. For the criteria, one is identify a need for cybersecurity news in the social media industry, create a disruption in the space that has an incredible niche, 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, I love it. And from our working session on Saturday, we probably have some more criterias as well. So we know that the cyber industry, it's a $1 trillion problem. No one's really looking at getting information out there. Target date 6 to 9 months. What I'd really like to have is a working solution. I've got it in my business plan in 36 months. All right, guys, I know that's a quick wrap. I'm going to close down the team meeting that we're on at the moment, and I'm going to reopen the one with the CSIRO. Now, I'll also add that to general in our Slack channel, so you can join that way as well. All right, guys, thanks so much for your time, and I'll see you on the other call.